Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Rachel of Rachel Ann Plans, and today I will be meal planning in my 7x9 Plum Paper Planner. Okay, so this video has been requested by one of my followers, and I am going to attempt to show y'all how I meal plan. Now, you have to excuse me, there's something going on with my throat, so I'm just going to show y'all what I do. I might plan out 2 weeks. We'll see about that. I don't really know how this is going to go since it's new. I'll just tell y'all how I do it and what I use, and yeah, hopefully that will help somebody that watches this. So what I do is use a blank monthly spread. This one is an extra one that came with my 7x9 daily that I purchased and added it to my weekly, my 7x9 weekly. So there's another video that I will link up above on how I combine the two. Like I combined everything into one planner. So I had an extra monthly spread. This is my actual weekly monthly spread that I decorate and all that stuff, and then I have this extra one that I use strictly for meal planning, and I redate it to a Monday start. That way when I do look at this, I can easily write down what the meal plan is, because the weekly starts on a Monday, so I want this to start on a Monday. I made the mistake of not changing it one of the months and wrote all my meals out wrong and didn't realize it till I was like halfway done. Yeah, it was a mess. So I just redate it using some script stickers I got from Nicole Hutch Designs, and I also got these little date dot stickers from Nicole Hutch Designs as well. This right here is just bleed through. I don't know, I must have gotten this wet. I don't know, but it bled through. So that's what that is. And then I used a Simply Gilded washi card, and I just punched it with the disc puncher to use it as a bookmark, page mark, whatever. So when I'm in one section of the planner, I can easily get to it by using the little bookmark. And I also just got this little bookmark from Simply Gilded. So yeah, super cute. Anyway, so that's where I plan it. Now I use these are little sticky notes, and these are super old, so if you've been planning for a good while back when these were popular, and I'm talking years ago, I think they were from the Container Store. I'm not positively sure, but I think that's where they were from. I don't know if they still offer them. They don't stick very well, but I had them, and this was original. Like, I got this idea from Cindy at Llama Letters. I will link her meal planning video below so y'all can check that out if you would like, but that's where I originally got this idea of using these old sticky notes. But I can tell you that like the little mini stickies, post-it notes, these and this particular planner are just way too big. So these obviously fit really well. I can actually show y'all what they are. This is how they came. So they're called Sticky Tabs, Sock Hop Edition, and this is Metropolis Edition. So they are, it says Girl of All Work. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they came from the Container Store at the time, and I am talking years and years ago. So eventually I'm going to run out of these, so I don't really know how I'm going to go forward, but this is what I use. They don't even tell me the size of them, so I don't know. But anyways, that's what these are. Along the way, I have written all of our like go-to meals and things like that on these things. So on the back of my last planner, I would stick them all down and then just move them back and forth. So since I'm not using this particular one, it's obviously a Christmas one, I just left them all on here, and I just use this now. It just is easier. I can just pull it out and be able to use it. So what I do, what is it? It's currently Friday the 3rd, September 3rd. And what I usually do is plan on a Thursday, and I will plan for the upcoming week. So that is what I'm going to do. Now, when it comes to meal planning, if we do not eat certain things that are on the current meal plan, let's say that I was planning yesterday and we didn't have some of these meals, I would go ahead and move them to the next week. It makes that part super simple. If you go according to what you've planned, great for you, but we do not. There's sometimes that we just don't end up cooking, or we cook something else or something along those lines, and I just adjust according to that. Also, when it comes to meal planning, my husband and I switch out when each other cooks. So I am Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, and he is Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. So the reason why I kind of planned it that way is because I don't work on Wednesdays or Sundays, and so I don't want to cook those days. So I just made sure that it worked out in my favor. There are days that I am off on Saturday and end up having to cook, but it is what it is. I keep that in mind whenever I'm planning the meals, because I have to plan what I'm cooking and what he's cooking, or leave his blank and have him come up with his own meals, which I sometimes hate doing because we won't know until the day, and then the meat might not be thawed out or something like that, and it's just a pain. So I try to plan everything out so he doesn't have to really think about it. Makes it a lot easier. Let's get started on how I'm going to plan this coming week. Okay, for starters, I have been dealing with like an indigestion issue since last Saturday. So I haven't been eating much. I also haven't been cooking. So anyways, that's probably what's wrong with my throat. I didn't cook this week, so all the things that I had planned to cook are going to now move to this coming week. I also am not eating things like spaghetti was planned for tonight. I told my husband, do not make that because it has so much tomatoes and stuff in it, which causes indigestion, acid reflux, all that stuff, and I am not trying to irritate this situation any more than it already is. We had something different on this day, so I'm just going to move all these meals that we didn't have down, and I'll probably just plan out the next week, because this isn't really going to show you how I plan when I'm just moving things down, but that is part of how I plan. So what I'm going to do is just move all of this stuff down to the next week that I didn't make or he didn't make. That will make things a lot easier for me. I'm also going to grab all of the leftover stickers and the grill stickers. Oh my gosh, so irritating. Like, I'm okay until I start talking a lot. Like at work I have to talk a lot and I'm fine, and then all of a sudden I go through this like coughing fit where my throat is like itching so bad. Anyway, I'm sure y'all don't care. I'm just moving all these things down, so hopefully next week I will feel better and won't be having such an issue. I'm sure he will still grill on Saturday. Tomorrow on the 4th, I think I'm going to make breakfast. So I'm sure there's breakfast somewhere in this mess. I need to come up with a better way to like store these things, but this is how they're being stored now. I'm just looking for breakfast. Watch it not even be here. If it's not, I will just write a new little sticky for it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so breakfast. I think that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't think scrambled eggs and toast are going to irritate me. Okay, so I'm going to put breakfast there. Now, I need to get the rest of all the grill stickers. So my husband and I were talking about meal planning a couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, and we decided that Sunday he is going to grill. So that makes planning that day real easy. I was also thinking about doing a themed day, like Italian day, or like that type of situation. On Fridays it's Italian day or whatever, but both of us like to cook Italian meals, so that wouldn't really work out. So I'm just putting the grill stickers on Sunday. So do I have one more? There probably is one more somewhere. And then our leftover day is always on Wednesdays, because Wednesday night our trash goes out for Thursday morning, and we usually clean out our refrigerator that night, and leftovers just happens to be perfect for that day, so we can get rid of the food that we are throwing away. That is Wednesday nights, so I'm putting those down. Leftover stickies. Sorry, my throat is so messed up. I've been putting off this video for so long. Had I just done it, I wouldn't be having coughing fits and itchy throat issues. I think the problem was I had like the acid reflux situation, and it like burned my throat. in my esophagus, and now it's just irritated. There's got to be another leftover somewhere on this page. I'm sure that you or your family has like go-to meals, and that's kind of the way that all this works out. Now I do get recipes off of like Pinterest, and something will pop up on like the Food Network, on Instagram, or on YouTube. Videos that I've saved as far as recipes go, that's where I get those. I try to make something new, like maybe twice a month, once a week sometimes. I don't know. There's the other leftover. Oh, I need one more. That's kind of how I figure out meals. My husband and I both look at YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that for inspiration, and we end up finding some that really work. Other things that I think about when it comes to meal planning is like if there's a certain type of food, or if there's like a favorite meal from a restaurant that I like or he likes, we try to make something along the lines of that. For example, burrito bowls. Burrito bowls are inspired by Chipotle. When I do that, I make cilantro lime rice, and he'll grill the chicken. Like he and I will combine together and like come together to make the meal. So it's things like that. Like if you have a favorite meal, try to, either find a copycat recipe or figure out how to make it. That's one tip I can tell y'all when it comes to finding or figuring out meals. Another thing is like Mexican pizza. I don't know if y'all have Taco Bell where y'all are at, but Mexican pizza was one of my husband's favorite things from Taco Bell, and all of a sudden they just stopped selling it, stopped carrying it. It's been a while that they haven't carried it, and he had talked about it one day, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to see if I can find a recipe. Okay, hello, Shadow. He distracted me. So I was like, I'm going to see if I can find a recipe for Mexican pizza for him and kind of surprise him by making it. And it turned out really, really good. And so now that is a new thing, a new staple for our meal plan. Okay, Mexican pizza is going to be one. Now, when it comes to Mondays, I usually do a Mexican Monday, Mexican inspired, Spanish inspired, Mexican food inspired meals on Monday. So for next week, I've moved all the meals down, which just made that super simple. I don't think we had chicken fried steak either. I'm almost positive we did not do that. Okay, so anyway, I need to figure out a meal for Saturday. That would be a day that I would cook. So I think I will do... Oh, I can't wait till it gets cooler so I can start making soups and stuff again. No, we're going to have spaghetti. I'm trying to think. Oh, that's another thing. Like, I try not to do, like, if we do Italian, I don't want to do Italian the next day. No. So I try to like switch that up too. I don't want to do like the same. And if we have chicken, I don't want to have chicken the next day. So that's the type of thing that I'm talking about. Like I try to like, separate things, separate meals. I don't know how to put it. Okay, so I'm still trying to figure that out. But I know pork chops. We can do pork chops on the Tuesday the 14th. My husband fries pork chops. They're so good. So we'll do that. Oh. These don't stick good at all, y'all. I usually, because eventually they just don't stick at all. And so I'll use this Recollections repositionable tape to just run across the back of it to stick it on, and then it easily comes back up. So I usually do that. Okay, so pork chops. I know we'll have nachos again. I'm going to see if I can get this whole month done while I'm on here. I'll do nachos on the Monday. Maybe we'll just do tacos. Do I even have one for tacos? I guess not. I'm looking through all these and there's no chicken taco. I know I made chicken tacos. Are they stuck on another? Hold on. Let me see. Oh, look. I have all these. They're shredded chicken tacos. There's another leftovers. I had pulled all the ones off of last month's, but apparently I left a bunch of those there. Let's see here. Hot dogs. I'm just going to take these off real quick. one for, okay, I'm just gonna put this because it's not sticking. Probably help if I get some of this cat hair off too. Okay. There. Okay, what was I looking for? Tacos. Good grief. So I'm just gonna write tacos because I know I have one somewhere, but I don't know where, and I'm not gonna wait and try to find it. So I'm just gonna peel one of these little stickies off, write tacos, and move on. Okay, so Mondays are done. I wonder if I work Saturday. You know what? I think I might work Saturday. I'm just gonna go with hot dogs on this day. I'm not sure if that's exactly what we're gonna have, but I'm gonna go with hot dogs. Usually when I have to work, I try to make a simple meal and not something like super difficult or that has a lot of steps. So that week is done. This next week we will do, I know I've been putting off chicken spaghetti, so we'll have spaghetti here, chicken spaghetti here for my meal, and then for him we can do another homemade pizza. So we made my husband made homemade pizza, I think it was last week, and we're still kind of testing that out. The dough part of it wasn't like the greatest, so it's kind of a work in progress. So we'll do homemade pizza that day, and then something for me, sloppy joes. We'll do sloppy joes because we just had them last week. That's something I don't want to repeat very often. So maybe at the end of the month, we'll do another sloppy joe or manwich meal, whatever y'all want to call it. It's the most easiest, and I personally like sloppy joes. So I don't, God, I hope y'all weren't out of screen. Okay, I think we'll do, okay, so this is chicken fried steak. So we need to do a chicken fried chicken. Do I have chicken fried chicken on here? Okay, so this is chicken fried chicken, so I decided to put it here a little bit away from this chicken fried steak. Although it's different, it's the same to me. So I wanted to separate those, and that is something my husband does. He fries them super good. Okay, then I have ham and turkey Swiss sliders. These are just deli meat on Hawaiian rolls and Swiss cheese. And then it has like a dressing type of situation that you put on it. So good. So good. But it's super easy to make. And I'm going to put it on a Saturday because there's a possibility that I will be working. And so keep it simple. So there is that week. I think the first day of fall is on the 22nd. I really just want to make a soup. But I think it's probably going to continue to be like in the 90s for a while. We're gonna hold off on roast a little bit longer. Do you want to have raviolis again? We'll do, is that my dog? I think that's my dog. Okay, so I'll do cheese raviolis in meat sauce here on my day on Thursday. It's another easy one, that one is. I try not to make things difficult when it comes to my cooking. Like, I want it to be good, but I don't want to spend forever in the kitchen. We'll do a gumbo. My husband makes a really good gumbo, so we'll do that on that day. And my dog's waiting to go out. I got one more day for him and one more day for me. 1 second, I gotta let my dog out. Okay, so 2 more meals. Let's see, one for him and one for me. Let's see, so we can do shepherd's pie for him, though that's going to be hamburger meat and hamburger meat. So that's hamburger meat. Oh well, it's going to be a hamburger meat week. Let me add some chicken in this situation. Chicken and sausage pasta maybe? Yeah, we can do that. This is like a Cajun meal that my husband makes. He's not Cajun, but he does get recipes from the Cajun Ninja that's on YouTube, I think. I think he's on YouTube, but my husband has gotten several recipes off that guy, and they are very good. Okay, the whole month is now planned out. Will this change? Yes. I can almost 100% guarantee it. but this kind of gives me a map of how things are going to go. Now, usually whenever I do my meal plan, I only do a week in advance, but since I was asked to do this, I wanted to kind of go through the process and not just move my meals from one week to the next. Now, if it was just this 1 week, when I went to meal plan the following week, okay, let me back up. So typically I meal plan on Thursdays. So whenever I do my plan with me's and stuff on Fridays, my meals are already planned out and ready to go. And we can also go to the grocery store during the weekend to get our groceries. So that's kind of the way I look at that. Now, when I go to do the next meal plan, so next Thursday, if all this was not planned out, right, I would take anything from this current Thursday to the Thursday that I'm on the next week and take any of the meals that weren't cooked and I would just move them down. It makes meal planning very, very easy, and I know that we already have the groceries for the meals because we would have already gone to the grocery store for them, so that makes it even easier to just move them down. The other thing I do is keep a running list. This isn't really a list, but a list of all our go-to meals, favorite meals, and so forth, easy meals, that sort of thing. We always do leftovers on Wednesday. We do grilling on Sunday. So the rest of the week, or Mondays, is always some kind of Mexican type food. I really only have to plan Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It just makes it easier. So that's basically how I do it. If you have any questions about like meals that I have on here or anything like that, it's pretty easy, very simple. It's definitely not a genius. Like my follower, she said she couldn't wait to see the genius meal plan or something all along those lines. It's definitely not genius. It's very simple. I like to keep things simple. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, I keep things simple when it comes to planning. So this is the meal plan. Let me know if you have any questions. You can ask me down in the comments. I will have my next plan with me up this weekend. And until then, I hope y'all have a great rest of your week, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.